Roque Marques com Dust2 Brasil para falar aqui com a LNZ do Mibr, que acabou de ser eliminado da Esports World Cup. So, LNZ, the result was not what you guys expected. Why do you think Mibr was not able to beat Legacy today?
I think we had a bit slow starts on both maps. I don't think we necessarily played bad at all. I just think Legacy played a really good game. They were really sharp and they have some ways to counter us, I think, to the way that I call on Nuke T side and stuff like that. And just in general, they played a really good game. They won all the trades and the kills today, and that's kind of what you need to win these kind of games.
But there was times in the two maps that we thought that Mibr was closing up, Mibr had the momentum. Why do you think the team couldn't live it up to that?
I think on Nuke City, it was some small micro mistakes that made us lose the trades when we were starting the comeback. And then we also did one big mistake when we pushed lobby and we didn't clear the full lobby. Kind of let them have too much space, and that kind of punished us after. So I think we could have gotten OT on Nuke if we just didn't do those mistakes. But also, if we play better on T-side, that also wouldn't happen on Nuke. And I think on Inferno, that time I feel like we played a lot better T-side and we got a bit of momentum. But then in the end, we kind of, again, just kind of lost the trades and the kills. And I think we lost 2 afterplans or something like that. So.
And now Mibr is out of the tournament. You guys couldn't make it to the playoffs. It's a big playoff with 16 teams. How do you feel about the campaign in general?
I feel like it sucks, of course, because I feel like we should be there. But we obviously didn't deserve it by not qualifying. But I don't think the whole tournament was bad necessarily, because in the Astralis game it was also very small margins that made them come back into the game when we played that game. And then we won against K27, and then we could have had a much closer game and maybe even win if we played better today. So I don't feel like it's too bad, but obviously we feel like we should be there.
And now you guys had 2 tournaments with NKZ already and the qualifier in Brazil, so you had a lot of time to scrim with him, to play tournaments with him. How do you feeling about his performance in the team in general and the team as well?
No, I like him a lot to have him in the team. I feel like he's a very nice personality to have in a team, and he has a lot of respect for everyone in the team, and he's very easy to work with, and I feel like he also has a lot of skill to bring, so we also need to find the right amount of space to give him right. But I'm very happy with NKC in the team, and I feel like we can improve a lot more as a group this season than we could before, which I'm very happy about. But now we also have new obstacles to kind of find solutions for.
And you still have 2 tournaments right now in September. You have Fisher, then you have Star Ladder. These are 2 important tournaments for you guys. Kind of can make Mibr be very, very close to getting the major spot. How are you feeling about these 2 next events?
I haven't really got there mentally yet, but I'm not worried in any means. I feel like we're still a good team, and I don't doubt what we can do, because if today turned out otherwise, I would not be here standing talking about the loss, right? And instead we would be already thinking about the playoffs. And I feel like it's a lot of small margins, something that, of course, we didn't deserve this tournament to go further. But I feel like there's a lot of positives as well, and I'm very positive to the future as well. And I'm just kind of focusing in the moment to do what we can to improve.
And you have some time. I know the team's going to go back to Belgrade and boot camp a little bit before these tournaments. What do you think needs to be the main focus on the next weeks?
I think we need to add everything that we haven't added yet with NKC that we had before, and also refresh a lot of the stuff, and maybe also evaluate what can I do better calling-wise, what can the coach do better, what can we do better as a team, maybe routines, just maybe kind of take a check. Not because it's bad, but because it's always something you can find to do better. And also, I think this tournament was more CS that was scrambling. There was nothing outside disturbing us or something like that. And then you can kind of objectively see what can we do better as individuals and as a team. And I feel like that's a good thing in my eyes, because we can just watch the demo and try to correct it in practice.
And now it's basically a year since you joined the team. Now you have a new lineup. Now you have more time to prepare with the guys in Europe. Of course, you are the only foreign player right now. You have Latin, of course, but playing inside the service, just you. Does it feel different for you? What do you do to try to not be the one excluded from all the Brazilian players when they're speaking Portuguese or when they are in a different mood?
I think, to be honest, it's quite easy, and it's just we try to always speak English when we're the whole group together, and whenever I'm with the guys, they speak English basically in front of me, so that it doesn't feel like we're different in so many ways, But like I think we're also used to it at this point that like I'm from Sweden, they're from Brazil, not too big of a deal, you know. And I've also learned to know the culture, right, a bit more. And yeah, I don't think anyone really feels like it's weird at all. Yeah.
And as I said, you have 1 year with the team. There's 2 majors. There's a lot of international tournaments being played. You have a different lineup now. But if we go back 1 year ago, I think it was a surprise for everyone to see you joining MIBR as their in-game leader, as a foreign player. For you, this year, how does it feel? How do you feel inside the team, inside the organization, working with Brazilian players? Is it better or worse than you expected a year ago?
A good question. I can say I would never have expected to be playing with 4 Brazilians if you asked me that 1 year ago. But I also feel like I learned a lot from it, and you get to know how to handle different personalities and different cultures, which also helps me in the future of my career, you know. And I feel like I'm happy with where I am because we have a very great group. We click very well together inside and outside of the server, and I feel like it's very easy to be with the guys, and I think that's a very important thing because, like, for me, it doesn't matter if it's a European team or a South American team. If it would be bad working with them, then like that, it wouldn't matter where they're from, right? So in general, I don't really think so much about it. I just feel like I'm happy where I am and the work that we put in, and yeah.